Yes, students of class 12th, welcome you all. Today we are starting chapter number 6, that is applications of derivatives. Under this topic, we will be studying some applications of derivative like rate and change measures, then increasing decreasing functions, tangent and normals, errors and approximation, maxima and minima. So today we are solving the exercise of the applications of derivative, exercise number 6.2. It is about increasing and decreasing functions. So students, first of all, I want to tell you that what are increasing functions and what are decreasing functions. Okay. For example, if we are having a graph like this, what is happening? As we are increasing the value of x, the value of y is also increasing. At this point it is x1 y1, at this point it is x2 y2, and at this point it is x3 y3. So on increasing x, the value of y is also increasing. X बढ़ रहा है तो y भी बढ़ रहा है. When x is increasing, y is also increasing. Y is the axis here called the range axis, that is fx, and this is x. So when x increases, fx also increases, or when x decreases, fx also decreases. We call these functions as increasing functions. Okay. Second, when we talk about these types of functions, for example, if you take x1, y1, x2, y2, x3, y3. What we are seeing here? We are seeing that when x increases, the value of y क्या हो रही है? Y decreases. सबसे पहले यहाँ थी y की वैल्यू, फिर इधर हुई, फिर इधर हुई, ऐसे. x तो बढ़ रहा है, x is increasing, and the value of fx is decreasing. Or x is decreasing, the value of fx is increasing. So these are the cases. This is called decreasing function. So for these cases, these are the two cases when we can call the function as increasing function and the decreasing function. With the help of graph, we had studied. Now, the second concept to understand increasing and decreasing function, this is a graphical representation. Now the interpretation is what? Interpretation is that when the derivative of fx is positive, we call it an increasing function. This is the most important thing which we are using in our exercise also. When f dash x is greater than or equal to 0. When f dash x is greater than or equal to 0, it is called increasing function. Increasing function. Similarly, one more concept you must know. It is called strictly increasing function. So these are two things you must know. Then next, just reverse. When it is less than 0, it is decreasing function. When it is only less than 0, when fx is less than 0, then it will be strictly decreasing function. So these two things you must remember always. Ki increasing functions greater than or equal to 0, strictly increasing, the derivative must be greater than 0. Then decreasing function, derivative is less than or equal to 0, and for strictly decreasing function, the derivative must be less than 0. Means here it will be negative with 0, Here it will be positive, and this is positive with 0. So this you must remember. These two things are very important. So you must remember these two things. Now let's start with the exercise. Exercise number 6.2. Show that the function given by fx is equals to 3x plus 17. Question number 1. Exercise 6.2. Is an increasing function, strictly increasing function on R. No doubt, f dash x, when you calculate, you will get 3, which is greater than 0. This implies that f dash x is greater than 0. So, fx is strictly increasing on R. Strictly increasing function on R. So, this is the way how we solve these questions. Now, let's move on to the next one. Fx is equals to e to the power 2x. You all know the derivative of it is 2 e to the power 2x. And we all know that this e, the value of e is positive. So, the power 2x will make the whole number e power 2x positive. So, this quantity, this implies that f dash x is greater than 0 as 2 e to the power 2x is greater than 0. Now, why it cannot be equal to 0? E to the power x can never be equal to 0. E to the power x can never be equal to 0 because the base is constant and the power, if you take the power 0, then also you will get 1. So, you will be never getting the value of e to the power x equal to 0. Remember this thing. Never you will be getting e to the power x is equals to 0. That's why it may be positive but cannot be equal to 0. So, if f dash x is greater than 0, so the function is strictly increasing. And the given function is strictly increasing function. Then let's move on to the next question. This was question number 2. Then a very important question, sin x. In this question, we have been given 3 parts, 3 different parts, and we have to see that in which part it will be increasing, decreasing, and one more concept you will be learning, neither increasing nor decreasing. Now see, first of all, find the derivative f dash x cos x, and we know that cos x is greater than 0 for all x belongs to the first quadrant. अगर x first quadrant को belong करेगा, if x belongs to the first quadrant, then the value of cos x is always positive. It will be greater than 0 because we are taking the measures in open interval 0 to pi by 2. We are not considering 0, we are not considering pi by 2. So we are taking 0 to pi by 2. That's why cos x will be greater than 0. So f dash x is greater than 0. क्योंकि cos x क्या था? f dash x था. तो इसीलिए f dash is greater than 0. So this implies that fx is an strictly increasing function on 0 to pi by 2. Okay. Now what about the second part? For the second quadrant, now we know that cos x is negative in the second quadrant. So it will be proved as decreasing as cos x is less than 0 for all x belongs to pi by 2 to pi. Therefore, f dash x is less than 0. Less than 0, this implies that fx is strictly decreasing function on pi by 2 to pi. तो cos x जो डेरिवेटिव है वो डेरिवेटिव क्या है? नेगेटिव होता है सेकंड क्वाड्रेंट में, पाई बाय 2 से पाई में वो नेगेटिव होता है, इसीलिए f dash x जो है वो नेगेटिव हुआ, और जब f dash x नेगेटिव होगा तो स्ट्रिक्टली डिक्रीजिंग फंक्शन. नाउ when we talk about the third case, this was the first case, second case, third case. So from first fx is increasing, rather strictly increasing on 0 to pi by 2, and from second fx is strictly decreasing on pi by 2 to pi. Therefore on 0 to pi the function is neither increasing nor decreasing. So when we talk about as a whole from 0 to pi, because in the half interval it is an increasing function, in the half interval it is a decreasing function, so we will say that neither increasing nor decreasing from 0 to pi. Because if you look on the graph also, then you will get this is 0, you know that this is pi by 2, this will be 1, and this is pi. So यहां से यहां तक 0 से पाई बाय 2 आप देखिए x बढ़ रहा है तो fx भी बढ़ रहा है, लेकिन जैसे जैसे अब x बढ़ रहा है जो y की वैल्यू है, जो fx की वैल्यू वो क्या होती जा रही है, कम होती जा रही है. तो पहले क्वाड्रेंट में वो इंक्रीजिंग है, दूसरे क्वाड्रेंट में वो डिक्रीजिंग है. एज अ होल देखें अगर हम उस फंक्शन को 0 टू पाई तक देखें अगर हम उस फंक्शन को, तो नाइदर इंक्रीजिंग नॉर डिक्रीजिंग होगा. सो दिस इज अबाउट क्वेश्चन नंबर 2. Now let's move on to question number, this is about question number 3, sorry. Now let's move on to question number 4. In question number 4, they had given you a quadratic polynomial, and you know that if you differentiate a quadratic polynomial, you will be getting a linear polynomial. When we differentiate a quadratic polynomial, what you will get? You will get a linear polynomial. And how many zeros a linear polynomial have? A linear polynomial have at most what? A linear polynomial may have at most 1 zero. Exactly 1 zero. A unique zero. Linear polynomial का सिर्फ एक जीरो होता है. मतलब कि हमें ये डिसाइड करने में आसानी होगी कि फंक्शन कहां इंक्रीजिंग होगा और कहां डिक्रीजिंग होगा. जैसे कि उसने कहा है it is 2x square minus 3x, fx is equals to 2x square minus 3x, f dash x will be equal to 4x minus 3, derivative of fx. Now what the question says, you have to find the interval for which the function is strictly increasing. For strictly increasing function, f dash x must be greater than 0, means 4x minus 3 must be greater than 0, so x will be greater than 3 by 4. So function is strictly increasing on 3 by 4 to infinity. Okay, now what about decreasing? Same concept, same thing, only the sign will be changing. For decreasing we know that we will take a less than sign, because for decreasing the derivative must be less than 0, so that's why we will be taking the derivative less than 0 for a decreasing function. For strictly decreasing function, f dash x is less than 0, means 4x minus 3 will be less than 0, or x will be less than 3 by 4. So what you will say? We will say that the function is strictly decreasing on minus infinity to 3 by 4. X is less than 3 by 4, so less than 3 by 4 means up to minus infinity. So it will be, in this way we complete the solution. Very important question, but in exams mostly the questions of cubic polynomials, questions of biquadratic degree, means the question which we are asked in examination are cubic polynomials or biquadratic polynomials, means the polynomial with degree 4. So let's move on to the question number 5. and now you are having a cubic polynomial. So fx is equals to 2x cube minus 3x square minus 36x plus 7. So let us find out the f dash x first of all. It is 6x square minus 6x minus 36, or we can say that it will be x square minus x minus 6, or you can say that x plus 2 and x minus 3. So these are the factors. Now how we will decide that the derivative of fx will be positive at what points and negative at what points? For that, students, just simply what you will be doing, draw a straight line or a number line and mark minus infinity and plus infinity, minus infinity negative numbers toward the left side and plus infinity positive numbers toward the right side. The 0 of x plus 2, that is minus 2. The 0 of x minus 3, that is 3. We all know the 0 of x plus 2 is minus 2. Now your number line has been divided into 3 different intervals. Your number line has been divided into 3 different intervals. Now let us see how we decide. First of all, students, you take a number between minus 2 to minus infinity. For example, if I take a number minus 3, for example, you can take any number between minus 2 and infinity, minus 2 and minus infinity, minus 2 and minus infinity. Let us take minus 3. So when you take minus 3 here, the sign of this bracket become negative. Minus 3 plus 2, it is minus 1. So the sign become negative. Minus 3 is minus 6. Again the sign become negative. So finally a positive sign we will be getting. Now when we take a number between minus 2 and 3, let us take 0. So the positive sign and the negative sign. When you take x is equal to 0, you will get a positive number here and a negative number here. So finally you will be getting a negative number. Now when you take a number between 3 to infinity, that is, if you take 4, then positive and positive. So this will be also positive. So in the two intervals we are getting positive sign, and in one interval we are getting a negative sign. Therefore now we will write as f dash x is greater than 0 for all x belongs to minus infinity to minus 2 union 3 to infinity. Therefore function is strictly increasing on minus infinity to minus 2, minus infinity to minus 2 union 3 to infinity. That you have to write. Okay. Now second thing, as f dash x is less than 0 for all x belongs to minus 2 to 3, therefore function is strictly decreasing on minus 2 to 3. So in this way, when a cubic polynomial is with you, you will be solving the questions using this concept. Now let's move on to the next. Here in the next question, number 6, we are having so many parts, different parts. And again we are having polynomials, and we have to find out the intervals where these polynomials will act as an increasing function and where they will act as a decreasing function. So let's move on to question number 6. And here we are having a function. I am taking the b part here. The b part is 10 minus 6x. 10 minus 6x minus 2x square. Its f dash x will be minus 6 minus 4x. Okay, what you will get? See, 10 का constant है 0, minus 6x का minus 6, और minus 2 का minus 2, और x square का 2x. So it will be minus 4x. More simplifying, minus 3 plus 2x. So you will be getting finally the derivative as negative derivative, that is 3 minus twice 3 plus 2x. Now as f dash x is greater than 0, as minus 2 3 plus 2x will be greater than 0, less than 0 for all x belongs to so when you take it on the number line, what you will get? F dash x will be minus, that is negative 2 plus 3x, 3 plus 2x, and we know that for strictly increasing function f dash x will be greater than 0. What is f dash x? Minus 2, 3 plus 2x will be greater than 0. So 3 plus 2x must be less than 0, or x must be less than minus 3 by 2. We know that for strictly increasing function, the value of f dash x must be greater than 0. So what we are having f dash x? We are having minus 2, 3 plus 2x as f dash x. This will be less than 0. So you all know that, or you remember class 11, that when this minus sign will be removed from this inequality, we have to change the sign. So when you multiply minus sign both sides, this side as well as this side, the sign of minus removed from this side, but the sign of minus will multiply to 0, it will not affect 0, and the sign of inequality will definitely change. Okay, you all know that in case of is equals to, it never happened, but it happened there also. But at present you must understood that when you change the sign, when you remove this sign, you will sign of inequality get changes. This is the one concept you can understood. The second concept, that this is minus 2, and to make this quantity positive, that is greater than 0, you have to make this also negative. Okay, what this as a whole, what this shows, that this quantity is positive, this quantity is greater than 0, this quantity is positive, but we are viewing that this is a negative quantity, so this must be a negative quantity, then only they will make a positive quantity. So that's why also I am writing 3 plus 2x less than 0, or x is less than minus 3 by 2. Therefore function is strictly increasing on x is less than minus 3 by 2, minus infinity to minus 3 by 2, and for strictly decreasing function f dash x, same procedure you will be following. F dash x will be less than 0, minus 2, 3 plus 2x will be less than 0. This implies that 3 plus 2x must be greater than 0, and this implies that x is greater than minus 3 by 2. So function is strictly increasing on minus 3 by 2 to infinity. So the function is strictly increasing on minus 3 by 2 to infinity. Now one cubic polynomial the other one more example I am taking here, and it is 2x cube minus 9x square, 2x cube minus 9x square, 2x cube minus 9x square minus 12x plus 1. So f dash x will be 6x square minus 18x minus 12. 6 we can take common, x square plus 3x plus 2, so it will be x plus 1, x plus 2, so minus 2, minus 1. This much you must be able to solve. First of all fx, then f dash x, then f dash x. It is a quadratic polynomial, so we factorize it taking minus 6 common. Don't forget to take minus 6 common, because it will make it more comfortable to factorize. Okay, so the first principle of factorization is to take common. So we are taking common, and now we will get this. Now let us take a number between -2 and -infinity. Let us take -3. So -3. If you put -3 here, you will get a negative sign. If you take -3 here, again you will get a negative sign and one more negative sign. So negative, negative, negative. Finally, you will get a negative. If you take a number between -2 and -1, let us take -1.5. So we will take -1.5. So negative. This is positive. So finally, you will be getting a positive number. If you take a number between -1 and infinity, that is 0, you will get a negative number. So what we are finding? We are finding that f dash x is positive when x belongs to -2 to -1, strictly increasing on -2 to -1, and it is negative when x belongs to -infinity to -2, union -1 to infinity, on -infinity to -2, union -1 to infinity. So in this way, we will be solving the questions with a negative sign. If you have a negative sign, now let us discuss one question which is very important, and it has been asked in your exam of 2020. Very important question and a very good question also. Here we will learn something more about increasing decreasing function. One new thing you will be getting in this particular form, and the question is x plus 1 whole cube, x minus 3 whole cube. What is f dash x? You know how to differentiate. So 3x plus 1 square, x minus 3 square. So x minus 3 plus x plus 1. So 3. Another I will take 6, x plus 1, x minus 3. And what you will getting here? 2x minus 2. So 2x minus 2, 2 common लिया इसीलिए 6 हो गया. So x minus 1. So in this way we had find the derivative. Now let's use the number line to check at what points f dash x will be positive and at what points f dash x will be negative. So in this way, the 0 of x plus 1, minus 1, 0 of x minus 3, 3, 0 of x minus 1, 1. So in this way we have our polynomial. The derivative has divided the number line into 4 different intervals. -1 to -infinity. So what we will do again, we will take a number between -1 to -infinity. Let us take -2. Now these will not take part in deciding increasing decreasing because they are square quantities, and square quantities are always positive. So you will not put this -2 if you are taking like this in these quantities. No need to put it inside this. Okay, so I will put -2 here. So finally I am getting a negative sign. If I take a number between -1 and 1 and put here, so again I will get a negative sign. If I take a number between 1 and 3, I will get a positive sign, and from 3 to infinity also I will get a positive sign. Okay, so for strictly increasing function, f dash x must be greater than 0, and f dash x is greater than 0 for all x belongs to 1 to 3 union 3 to infinity, and for strictly decreasing function, f dash x is less than 0, and f dash x here, what we have shown, for all x belongs to -infinity to -1 union -1 to 1. So for strictly increasing, in this way we will be solving this particular question. A very important question, students. Just go through these because this is the basics of this particular topic. The basics are given till now up to question number 6. Now we will be changing out. Now we will be finding out some other points, other questions, and other functions. These are all algebraic functions which we had discussed yet. Now we will be solving
some other functions like polynomial functions, log functions and exponential functions in the next video. Thank you.